In each of us, there are two natures. If this primitive duality of man, good and evil, could be housed in separate identities, life would be relieved of all that is unbearable. It is the curse of mankind that these polar twins should be constantly struggling.
In the autumn of 1888, my friend Henry Jekyll embarked on a series of scientific experiments that he hoped might alter our notions of good and evil. How could he have known that they would also transform his soul, and mine as well?
Beyond help, Henry.
Sir Danvers, he still has a soul, as pure and good as yours or mine. He's trapped in a dark and terrible world. Madness is the cruelest of all prisons. There must be a way to help him.
Death will help him, Henry.
My theories convince me
Your
otherwise.
theories? They're more dangerous than he is. Your colleagues said that you're trespassing on hallowed ground when you experiment with the human mind.
My colleagues are cowards, afraid of what they don't understand. How can we call ourselves civilized if we're not prepared to help him and every wretched soul like him?
I admire your tenacity, Henry, but I question your philosophy. You're a gifted man. Use your gifts wisely.
Lost in the darkness, silence surrounds you. Once there was morning, and now endless night. If I could reach you, I'd guide you and teach you to walk in the darkness, back into the light. Deep in your silence, please try to hear me. I'll keep you near me till night passes by. I will find the answer. I'll never desert you. I promise you this, till the day that I die. Good night, Father. I need to know the nature of the demons that possess man's soul. I need to know why man's content to let them make him less than whole. Why does he revel in murder and madness? What is it makes him be less than he should? Why is he doomed not to reach his potential? His soul is black when he turns his back upon good. I need to find a way to get inside the tortured mind of man. I need to try to separate the good and evil. If I can,
Why does a wise man take leave of his senses? Where is that fine line where sanity melts? When does intelligence give way to madness? A moment comes when a man becomes something else. I need to know why man plays this strange double game. His hand always close to the flame. It's a deal with the devil he cannot disclaim. But what's his aim? I need to know. Dear God, guide me, show me how to succeed. With your wisdom deep down inside me, Henry Jekyll will follow wherever you lead. I need to see the truth other men cannot see, to be things others cannot be. Give me courage to go where no angel will go, and I will go. I need to know.
There's a face that we wear in the cold light of day.
It's society's mask, it's society's way, and the truth is that it's all a facade.
There's a face that we hide till the nighttime appears.
And what's hiding inside behind all of our fears
Is
is
our
our
true
true
self,
self, locked inside the facade. Every day, people in their own sweet way like to have a coat of paint and be what they ain't. Game is played, living out a masquerade, getting rich and getting paid while playing the saint.
But there's one thing I know, and I know it for sure.
This disease that we've got has got no ready cure, and I'm certain life is terribly hard
When your life's a facade.
Look around you, I have found you cannot tell by looking at the surface what is lurking there beneath it. See that face, now I'm prepared to bet you what you see is not what you get, 'cause man's a master of deceit.
So what is the sin? It's the secret. The lie he will tell you is true.
It's that each man you meet on the street isn't one man, but two.
Nearly everyone you see like him and her and you and me pretends to be a pillar of society, a model of propriety. Sobriety and hiding.
He shudders at the thought of notoriety.
The ladies and gents here before you, which none of them ever admits, may have saintly looks, but they're sinners and crooks, hypocrites.
There are preachers who kill,
There are killers who preach,
there are teachers who lie.
there are liars who teach. Take your pick, dear, 'cause it's all a facade. You must seem to be rich and have money to burn.
Even though it's the rich spending more than they earn.
That's the game here.
And the name is facade. One or two, by the kind of well-to-do. Ha! They're as bad as me and you, right down to their roots.
I'm inclined to think
Half mankind thinks the other half is mine. Wouldn't be surprised to find at the end of the day,
behind the facade.
The Board of Governors of St. Jude's Hospital is now met. Sir Danvers Carew, KBE Chairman. The Right Honourable Sir Archibald Brooks, QC. Baroness Savage. General Lord Glossop. Lady Beaconsfield. His Grace the Bishop of Basingstoke. The order of business will be conducted by the Secretary to the Board of Governors, Mr. Simon Stride.
Let's get on with it.
I should say.
Proposition number 929, presented by Dr. Henry Jekyll.
Order!
The chairman will address the board.
My friends, as governors of St. Jude's Hospital, we are all well aware of the highly controversial nature of Dr. Jekyll's research. But our high regard for his work and reputation demand that he be given a proper hearing, and that we now happily accord.
I won't happily accord that madman anything.
Bessie, Board of Governors.
Distinguished governors, I have glimpsed the future, seen miracles that stun the mind, and marvels only science can find to shape tomorrow for mankind, and I can show them to you if you wish me to. Friends, you're aware there are two sides to each of us, good and evil, compassion and hate. If we could extract all the evil from each of us, think of the world that we could create. A world without anger or violence or strife, where man wouldn't kill anymore. A world of compassion, where passion for life would banish the madness of war. I'm close to finding the key to duality, chemical formula which could and would alter the patterns of man's personality, guiding him either to evil or good. Weigh the potential, the great possibilities. Colleagues, dear friends, understand. We have a chance to make history here in our hands.
Dr. Jekyll, may we dispense with the niceties and proceed with the matter at hand?
Of course, Mr. Stride, forgive my good manners. Each of us is the embodiment of two distinct and opposing forces, good and evil, each fighting for supremacy inside of us. If we could separate these two forces, we could control and ultimately eliminate all evil from mankind. My experiments have convinced me that the day is not far off when this separation will be possible, but to achieve it, I must be allowed to try my formula on a living human being.
What if you're right, Dr. Jekyll, and you do manage to separate good from evil? What happens to the evil?
There are doomed, broken souls in 1,000 asylums, left there to rot for the lack of a plan. In the name of compassion and medical science, I can save many lives if you give me one man.
I tell you now, the church will never sanction it. Sacrilege, lunacy,
blasphemy, heresy.
Well, so you're treading on dangerous ground. In legal terms, I'd say extremely unsound. The whole thing's unchristian, barbaric, and odd. You're playing with fire when you start to play God.
The bishop speaks for all of us when he says you're playing God. There's such a thing as ethics over which you're right roughshod. You're a doctor, not a savior, Dr. Jekyll for a start. But I judge from your behavior, you can't tell the two apart.
Dear Mr. Stride, I am simply a scientist. I have a code to which I remain true. I don't presume to the stature of moralist. I leave pretension like that, sir, to you.
Henry, I've always encouraged your enterprise, and I've been hopeful that you would succeed. But in the face of these powerful arguments, I see no choice but for you to concede.
I know my fate is yours to choose, but if they win, the world will lose. When I am on the brink of great success, I beg you, governors, you must say yes.
Dr. Jekyll, enough of your ranting, sir. This is a hospital here to save lives. Do you think we would let you play havoc
with all the high principles for which it strives? Do you expect us to compromise or at least stand for indulging your dangerous games? How many rules should we break for your dubious aims?
Can't you see I am not playing games? Just give me the opportunity.
This whole thing's too bizarre. Open up your eyes and see.
This man has gone too far.
If you don't listen to me.
Doctor, please watch your tone. Damn it, man, can't you see you're on your own?
Fools, you fools! Damn all your rules! You civilized men, why can't you see? If I ever needed further justification for my experiments, gentlemen, you have just provided it. Just look at what has happened here. Mix anger with a touch of fear. The danger's all too crystal clear. Just look at you. How darker sides keep breaking through. Observe it now, in me, in you. The evil that all men can do must be controlled. I beg of you, I'll show you all it can be done. Now is the chance to take charge of our fate. Deep down you must know, tomorrow's too late. One rule of life we cannot rearrange. The only thing constant is change. The only thing constant is change.
Distinguished governors, your verdict, please. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, nay.
Nay, 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 nay. Positively, absolutely. Nay.
Sir Danvers.
Abstain.
By 5 votes to none, with 1 abstention, proposition number 929 is rejected. Thank you for your time, Dr. Jekyll.
Well, I'm glad that this is over. So who's taking me to lunch? Bessie?
I've had enough demented babbling for one day, Herbert, without listening to you.
Oh, that's so hurtful. Bessie, come now.
I'm truly sorry, Henry. I did try to warn you.
They think you're quite mad.
They're hypocrites, John. Every last one of them.
Yes, but they are powerful hypocrites. You should exercise greater caution.
I can't afford caution. How can I pursue the truth when they can block each step I take?
Henry, you have come too far. Remember what you have at stake.
John, I know I'm right. I have let my vision guide me. But I'm so weary of the fight. There's so little left inside me.
If you know that you are right, then you've got to see it through. You've got to see it through.
7 years ago, I started out on this alone, and it's alone I'll see it through to its conclusion. Who are they to judge what I am doing? They know nothing of the endless possibilities I see. It's ludicrous. I'm bound by their decision.
Seems vision is a word they've never heard.
If it mattered less, I'd treat it with derision. It's absurd.
And yet, the fact remains, those bastards hold the reins.
If you live around here, you need cash in the bank. As the houses round here are all flashy and swank, and the front bit, it's what's called a facade.
If you live around here, you need lots of panache. If you live in town, dear, then you must cut a dash. 'Tisn't hard, dear, to create a facade.
Here's the latest testing, but the guests are getting tested. The guests of honors housing on the
Dr. Jekyll's tardy for his own engagement party. His betrothal to Sir Danvers' daughter, Emma.
Who does this Dr. Jekyll think he is?
Well, impertinence like that in the army would have earned him a good flogging.
Well, he's lucky to be living in these modern times. Today's punishments for heresy are not what they should be.
Well, we are very fortunate to have you representing modern times, Your Grace.
Well, I think Dr. Jekyll overdoes all this rot about helping the poor. I've lived in St. James all my life. Damned if I've ever seen any poor people.
I think he's mad, if you must know. Ah, Danvers, we were just talking about your future son-in-law, and I think you're mad to allow him to marry your daughter.
That's not Father's decision, Lady Beaconsfield. It's mine.
Don't worry, Bessie, whatever your thoughts are of him as a scientist. Emma assures me that Henry Jekyll is impeccable husband material.
Ah, well, it is less than impeccable to be late for one's own engagement party. Shows an incredible lack of style.
Comments on style, madam, should never be made by those who have none.
Oh, good. Now Jekyll and I can drown our respective sorrows on Sir Danvers' drink.
My dear Simon, you're so gracious to wish Emma and Henry both well.
Dear Sir Danvers, as you know, sir, I wish Emma the sun and the moon, but I have to confess that I wish Henry Jekyll in hell. Emma Carew, can this be you? What kind of man is this you've taken? Can you not see what kind of life that this would be? You are mistaken. Time to awaken before it's too late, before you forever determine your fate.
But Simon, you knew I had to be free. What I choose to do is decided by me. From the day my mother died, my father, full of good intentions, treated me as though I were a young child. Maybe his idea was just to wait until I grew up and then look at me and hope that I'd be her. It's easy to accept that from a father. He'd rather things remain the way they were. But when it comes to marriage, I must pick whom I prefer. I am not the weak young thing you're seeking, Simon. Someone 17, obedient and sweet. I'm not the protege to waste your time on. I'm complete. In Henry's eyes, I see what I am meant to be.
Henry Jekyll, you're a devil. You have robbed us of London's most lovely girl.
I could turn to drink when I stopped to think Emma's marrying a doctor instead of an earl.
Poor girl.
Dr. Jekyll, may I be the first to wish you and your bride-to-be peace and prosperity.
Mr. Stride, it's so civil of you to say that as you do with such patent sincerity.
The late Henry Jekyll.
Sir Danvers, forgive me.
Nothing to forgive, dear boy, but I am thinking of inviting the guests for the day after the wedding so that the two of you will appear to be on time.
Sir Danvers, my lords, ladies, and gentlemen, to the intolerably happy couple. Henry, may all of your research result in discoveries as wonderful as this one. Emma and Henry.
Emma and Henry.
Miss Carew?
Dr. Jekyll, I'm so happy you're here.
Well, I try never to miss any social occasion attended by Lady Beaconsfield. Is there a Lord Beaconsfield?
He died 30 years ago.
Oh, sensible fellow.
You know, Henry, I sometimes wish you were as diplomatic as you are outspoken.
Well, I will be outspoken if you will be diplomatic. If you had presented my case today to the Board of Governors, I probably would have got what I wanted.
Well, you'll get what you want in the end, Henry. You always do.
I must go on with the work I'm committed to. How can I not when my theories are true? And I will prove if I'm ever permitted to. Things are not wrong just because they are new.
Henry, I adore you. Always have done, always will do. And your dreams are mine. I will always understand, however hard the path you plan. Our lives will intertwine.
Who knows where my work will lead me?
Nowhere where you will not need me.
Emma, please, I beg you, heed me.
Just don't leave me on my own.
The only thing I fear is the unknown.
When this song began, we knew there'd be a price to pay. Too late now to turn away. We have come too far. I know we'll find a way.
Sometimes I see past the horizon, sure of my way, where I am going. But where's the prize I have my eyes on? Where there is just no knowing, and when despair tears me in two, who can I turn to but you? You know who I am. Take me as I am.
Look in my eyes. Who do you see there? Someone you know, or just a stranger? If you are wise, you will see me there. Love is the only
Still we can set the world on fire. Give me your hand, give me your heart. Swear to me we'll never part. We'll never part. You know who I am. This is who I am. This is who I am. Take me as I Sir Danvers, thank you for so much. The next six weeks to the wedding will be the longest of my life.
I have to tell you, Henry, that your half hour with the Board of Governors this afternoon was the longest of my life.
I'm truly sorry, sir, but I have to stand by what I believe.
Even if it means antagonizing the established authority in the process?
Especially then. And your friends are not the established authority, sir, merely the established prejudice.
I want to be proud of you, Henry.
Then listen to me, sir. Good night, my angel.
Good night, my devil.
Emma, there are times when I find it hard to tolerate Henry's behavior.
You don't have to tolerate it, Father. He's marrying me, not you.
Emma, can't you understand? It's you that I'm concerned for.
Father, don't be. You should be concerned for him. He's the one in need.
I am only trying to protect you. What else would you have your father do? I think I would die if any harm should come to you. I'm scared, my child, because I'm going to lose you. I find it very hard to let you go.
Father, if you tried to, you could never lose me. Darling Father, I still love you more than you will ever know. But if we want our love to grow,
I know in time I have to let you go.
We
mustn't be afraid of letting go. Let's join the others.
I, for one, prefer some sense of order. I believe that man is basically good. Every moral man believes that.
I don't believe it.
Henry, as your lawyer, it is my duty to inform you that you are playing a very dangerous game.
And it is my duty to inform you, John, as your doctor, that I need a very large drink. Huh?
Well, here's a lovely looking pair, gentlemen, I must say. Welcome to the Red Rat. Show's about to start. My name's Nellie. Have a drink, look around, find something you fancy.
This is hardly a respectable place, Henry.
I've had all the respectability I can take for one day, John. Besides, it's my bachelor night, and you are supposed to be throwing me a party.
I could be the party he's supposed to give you, Henry.
He meant a bachelor party.
Oh,
Come
most
on,
of my parties are bachelors.
Come on, John, one drink. Where's your sense of adventure?
He's right, John. Good for you, Henry.
Maybe I could find a subject for my experiments, a volunteer.
I'm sure you could find volunteers for all sorts of experiments here.
Oh, you got that right, darling. Come on, Henry, follow me.
This is dangerous, Henry.
I'm feeling dangerous.
Lucy, 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 Lucy.
was a time, I don't know when, I didn't have much time for men. But this is now, and that was then. I'm learning. A girl alone, all on her own, must try to have a heart of stone. So I try not to make it known my yearning. I try to show I have no need. I really do. I don't succeed. So let's bring on the men and let the fun begin. A little touch of sin, why wait another minute? Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time, bring on the men. I always knew, I always said, that silk and lace and black and red can drive a man right off his head. It's easy. So many men, so little time. I want 'em all. Is that a crime? I don't know why they say that I'm too easy. They make me laugh, they make me cry, they make me sick, so God knows why. We say bring on the men and let the fun begin. A little touch of sin, why wait another minute? Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time, bring on the men. They break your heart, they steal your soul, tear you apart, and yet they somehow make you whole. So what's the game? I suppose a rose by any other name. The perfume and the prick's the same. I like to have a man for breakfast each day. I'm very social and I like it that way. By late mid-morning, I need something to munch. So I ask over 2 men for lunch. And men are mad about my afternoon teas. They're quite informal, I just do it to please. Those triple sandwiches are my favorite ones. I'm also very partial to buns. My healthy appetite gets strongest at night. My at-home dinners are my men friends' delight. When I invite the fellas over to dine, they all come early, in bed by 9. So let's bring on the men and let the fun begin. A little touch of sin, why wait another minute? Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the men.
Watch out, Spidey's in a bit of a mood tonight.
Why should tonight be any different? Oh. It's not every day, me friends and I, as gents like you, just dropping by. Before you go, you'll know just why you came here.
Of that, my dear, I've little doubt. One only has to look about. It isn't hard to understand the game here. And yet I sense there's more to you.
You flatter, sir, you really do, with half a chance.
What would you do?
Don't ask me.
Henry?
Cheers. Got a name, Brown Eyes?
Henry.
Henry. Well, Henry, aren't you going to ask what I'm doing in a place like this?
Well, yes.
Well, actually, I'm in between engagements at the Royal Albert Hall, so this is your lucky night. Here's to the night, here's to romance, to those unafraid of taking a chance.
I think I've taken enough for one day, and I have learned at my cost. Chances are something you don't take once you have lost.
Oh, what a shame if you only knew the games we could play, the things we could do. But I can see you're not up to the chase. But if you're ever in need, I am the girl and this is the place. Come to me.
It's getting late, I have to go. But if in time, you never know, you need a friend.
Dr. Henry Jekyll, 46 Harley Street. Yes, sir. I do my best, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir. If any time you never know, you need a friend.
Well, I do have to say, Henry, you do seem to be in a much better mood.
It's because I know where to find my volunteer.
No, not.
No. Not her. I think I'm going to work late tonight, though.
Be careful, Henry. You have a lot to lose. Think of the consequences.
If all I ever thought about were the consequences, I wouldn't accomplish anything.
I'm going home.
John, you remember my father before. His mind and spirit were extremely strong, weren't they?
He was the finest man I ever knew.
Then I must do it for his sake.
Do what?
Good night, John. Be careful. Hyde Park's dangerous at night.
So are you. Be careful, Henry. And for God's sake, go straight to bed.
Now there is no choice. I must put aside the fears I feel inside. There's no place to hide. So it comes to this one great golden chance that only I can take, when everything I fought for is at stake. To make the mark that only I can make. This is the moment. This is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever, it's coming into play. It's here and now today. This is the moment. This is the time when the momentum and the moment are in a rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. This is the day. See it sparkle and shine, when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I've made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckon, I never reckon second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the greatest moment of them all. This is the moment, damn all the odds. This day or never, I'll sit forever with the gods. When I look back, I will always recall, moment for moment, this was the moment, the greatest moment of them all.
September 13th, 11:56 p.m. I've started this alone, and I must finish it alone. I know I must use myself as the subject of the experiment.
I must be wise, I must try to analyze each change in me, everything I see. How will it be? Will I see the world through different eyes? like a warning light, glimmering in red, like crimson bloodshed, shimmering in red, beautiful and strange. See the colors change before my eyes. See how they dance and they sparkle like diamonds at night, leading me out of the darkness and into the light.
September 13th, 11:56 p.m. Consumed 10 centiliters of formula HJ7. Pulse rate increasing. Warm in the gullet. Heat spreading strongly through my veins. Slight feeling of euphoria. Lightheadedness. No noticeable behavioral differences.
Now the die is cast, nothing left to do. Time alone will prove my theories true. Show the world that... what's this? Oh dear God. Something is happening. I can't explain. Something inside me, a breathtaking pain, devours, consumes me. It drives me insane. Suddenly, uncontrolled, something is taking hold. Suddenly, something is taking hold. Suddenly, look at me. Can it be me? Suddenly, look at me. Can it be? Who is this creature that I see? Free. What is this feeling of power and drive? I've never known. I feel alive. Where does this feeling of power derive? Making me know why I'm alive. Like the night, it's a secret, sinister, dark, and unknown. I do not know what I seek yet. I'll seek it alone. I have a thirst that I cannot deprive, making me know why I'm alive. There is no battle I couldn't survive. Feeling like this, feeling alive. Like the moon in enigma, lost and alone in the night. Damned by some heavenly stigma, but blazing with light. What a feeling to be so alive. I've never seen me so alive. It's the feeling of evil inside. It's the feeling of being Edward Hyde. Wait, what's this? Sweet miss, at last I have found you, it's fate. What bliss. Sweet miss, your folly will cost you dear. My dear, you will never escape me, I fear. You will pay dear, my dear.
Feel your fingers cold on my shoulder, your chilling touch as it tingles my spine, watching your eyes as they invade my soul, forbidden pleasures. I'm afraid to
Animals trapped behind bars in a zoo need to run rampant and free. Predators live by the prey they pursue. This time the predator's me. Lust like a raging desire fills my old soul with its curse. Burning with primitive fire, berserk and perverse. Tonight, I'll plunder heaven blind, steal from all the gods tonight. I'll take from mankind, conquer all the odds, and I feel I'll live on forever with Satan himself by my side. And I'll show the world that tonight and forever the name to remembers the name Edward Hyde. What a feeling to be so alive. I have never seen me so alive. Such a feeling of evil inside is the feeling of being Edward Hyde.
I'm sorry, Miss Carew. Dr. Jekyll has given the strictest instructions that he not to be disturbed under any circumstances. May I give him a message?
Just remind him that there is more in his life than his work. Myself, for example.
A very valid argument, if I may say so, miss.
He won't see me. It's been 5 days now, John. I'm worried.
I am too, Emma. But you know Henry.
John, I said I'm worried.
I'll speak with Pooh.
Mr. Utterson, as you know, I am completely devoted to Dr. Jekyll, and I do not wish to judge him uncharitably. But there are extraordinary circumstances that I feel I must make you aware of. Dr. Jekyll has been locked in his laboratory day and night for nearly a week. He's instructed that he not to be disturbed for any reason, and to leave his meals outside the door.
You have not seen or spoken to him at all during this time.
No, sir, not once.
Come, Pooh. You'd hardly be disloyal in telling me.
Yes, sir. Last night, I took him his tray as usual, and I noticed yesterday's meal was still untouched. And from inside, I heard these noises, the strangest noises, and a voice I did not recognize. I heard him, or whatever it was behind that door, weeping like an animal or a lost soul, crying out for some sort of medicine.
Paul! Paul, I need you to go to Besaid the apothecary and pick up the chemicals for me. Now, Paul, now.
Henry! What in the devil's name has happened to you? You look like the wrath of God!
John, I don't need you to turn on me as well. More than ever now, I need a friend. Can't you see? Don't you know I've been through hell? Don't condemn what you can't comprehend.
Henry, I'm not questioning your motives here, but is what you are seeking worth the price? You've turned your back on everything you once held dear. You're choosing to ignore your friends' advice. You have your work and nothing more. You are possessed. What is your demon? You've never been this way before. You've lost the fire you've built your dream on. There's something strange, there's something wrong. I see a change. It's like when hope dies. I who have known you for so long, I see the pain in your eyes. There was a time you lived your life, and no one lived the way that you did. You had a plan, you found a wife, you saw your world as very few did. You had it all, the overall. You thought you knew just what you lived for, but now it seems you don't at all. You have your work and nothing more.
Father, you know Henry won't just walk away. The only way he knows is straight ahead.
Emma, you've not heard a single word I've said. My fear is he's in over his head. He could lose control, and that I dread. There has been talk, they say he's gone too far. He's locked himself away in a zone while pursuing this insanity.
It is his work.
It's more than work. He is obsessed. The man is driven.
Just give him time, I ask no more. His work's a crime to be forgiven.
Something strange, unless I'm blind. I see a change of a bizarre kind.
There's not at all, don't be unkind. The problem's all in your mind.
He has his work and nothing more. He is obsessed. The man is driven.
Just give him time, I ask no more. His work's a crime to be forgiven.
He's chasing dreams.
I will
never
prove
find.
if I'm ever permitted to.
There's not at all,
Are not
don't be
wrong
unkind.
just because they are new.
A young woman to see you, sir. The kind one cannot mistake. She is without an appointment. I can send her away.
Send her away.
Yes, sir. I can't imagine how she came to have your visiting card.
Poole, I'll see her.
I'm the one you met that night at the pub, remember? Lucy Harris.
Of course I remember, but what are you doing here?
You said if I ever needed a friend.
Oh.
Pretty, isn't it? This one, he enjoyed himself doing it too. Things like this happen where I come from, but you don't expect it from a gentleman.
A gentleman? What kind of monster would do such a thing?
I won't forget his name in a hurry. Hyde, he called himself. Edward Hyde.
So, why come to me?
You give me your name. I've never had someone like you be nice to me before.
Yes, but why not go to the police?
The police? You're joking with him being a gent who's going to believe me. I'd be afraid of what he might do if he found out. He ain't human. He's a beast. He's not like you at all.
Sympathy, tenderness, warm as the summer, offer me their embrace. Friendliness, gentleness, strangers to my life, they are there in his face. Goodness and sweetness
Take care of yourself, Miss Harris.
Always try.
I peer through windows, watch life go by, dream of tomorrow and wonder why the past is holding me, keeping life at bay. I wander lost in yesterday, wanting to fly, but scared to try. But if someone like you found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. My heart would take wing, and I'd feel so alive if someone like you found me. So many secrets I long to share. All I have needed is someone there to help me see a world I've never seen before. A love to open every door, to set me free, so I can soar. If someone like you found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. If you knew way to a new life to love, if someone like you found me. Oh, if someone like you found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. My heart would take wing, and I'd feel so alive if someone like you loved me. Loved me. Loved me.
Well, it's very thoughtful of our friend Spider to arrange his little rendezvous, my dear. Makes such a nice change from my charity work.
Well, as long as you have a good time, Your Grace, that's all that matters to me. I don't do it for charity.
Well, well, well. It warms the heart to see that romance still blossoms in the sewers of London. If it isn't the Romeo of the cloth and the Juliet of the gutter, a truly pretty pair.
Dare you speak to me that way, sir?
How dare I, sir? How dare you, sir?
Do you know who I am?
Oh, yes. I know exactly who you are. You are Basil, the 14th Bishop of Basingstoke. You sit on the board of governors at St. Jude's Hospital, and you, sir, are an obscene, self-indulgent, maniacal, malevolent
Hypocrite! 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 King! And I feel I live on forever with Satan himself by my side. And I'll show the world that night and forever the name remembers the name Edward Hyde. What a feeling to be so alive, filled with evil but truly alive. I have never seen me so alive. Is the feeling of being Edward.